Hello and welcome back to another episode of Anime for Us with me, Nayxerr Sensei. Hello, hello. Jodha-chan.
I have coffee.
And Mobile Panda.
Mobile Panda, that's the best you can come up. That is really the
Shut
laziest one you
I was gonna go with Panda Suit, but that was worse.
That is really the laziest one.
It's really the latest one.
Out of all you've come up.
Oh, so we don't talk about all the other ones that are really boring, like Panda KO or anything like that.
Panda KO.
I run Flower Panda for you, okay? Let's continue.
And also this episode we have our guest, Muckluck guest.
Domo arigato, Nayxerr.
Dang it.
Konnichiwa to you.
Oh god.
Have you learned a lot of Japanese now?
Yes, senpai.
Oh.
Yes.
It's sensei. Dang it.
Sensei.
Well, for this episode we're watching Gundam Blooded Orphans, which I have watched the whole thing before. I don't think anyone else have watched this specific one.
Nope. I've watched Gundam Wing and that's about it.
Panda hates mechs.
Yeah. Wasn't that good for me, I'm not gonna lie.
I love mech animes. They're awesome, man.
I've never
Giant
watched an
robots,
anime
you
at
can't go
all.
wrong.
Didn't you say you have watched like Pokemon at least?
I have watched Pokemon, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the first anime I've watched in probably like 10 plus years.
Have you watched Dragon Ball Z?
Hmm?
Dragon Ball Z?
No.
Wow.
Is Card Captors the anime?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I watched that, but again, that was like over 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
We have been talking about Card Captor Yuri and I.
Mm-hmm.
We thought a few things about it.
There's the remake, like the continuation.
They did.
Yeah, the
They did the continuation.
Claire Card anime.
Huh. Maybe I have to look into that.
Yeah, they're a little bit older.
I couldn't watch it.
Yeah, I gave up on the first episode. I was like, frick that.
Yeah, and like
How did I watch it back in the day? That's my question.
every other anime that I can't watch
Yeah.
now.
Anyways, let's not talk about Card Captor Sakura and talk about this instead. Gosh. As
Can
we
we maybe talk about Card Capture Sakura?
Yeah, can we talk about that instead?
As we do every episode, we start off with the opening. So, what did you guys think about this opening?
I'll say first, I guess. It wasn't that bad. It's not one of my favorites, I would say. It was skippable for me, but it was good. I enjoyed it every time. But it was definitely skippable for me. I haven't watched it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Panda. It was skippable. It was. I don't know. It got to the point where I felt like it was the generation of rock music that was
Yeah.
after the Avril Lavigne and Sum 41 era. It was the era after where they said it was rock, but it wasn't rock. It was pop rock. So.
Plus, you know how I feel about the English Japanese. I don't know. I can't enjoy it that much.
I was going to ask about that. Is that normal? Because I was why is it switching? What's going on?
As I told them earlier, I like this intro, but most intros they go with full Japanese, but have maybe one sentence that's English. But this one is switching it around, where they have full English, but one sentence that's Japanese.
Yeah. There's a lot of also one word in English stuck in the middle sometimes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And Japanese. But it's too much for me. It's I can't really enjoy that.
I am so into the music they have. So I
Oh,
literally
music.
have to get the lyrics up just so I can sing the Japanese parts. I love it. It's my baby.
I'll say this: the overall soundtrack was good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Like
as
the-
well. That was really good. Remind me of Fairy Tail good. it got you hyped up. It got you sad.
Mhm.
Like really affected the mood, I think.
Raise
Yeah.
your flag.
Oh.
That's the one part that really sucks. Anyways, with the anime, yeah, the first episode is kind of like get to know the whole group as usual, but
Yeah.
then they also have that ending where it's like they try to grab you in, like slowly suck you into the anime.
Yeah, I have to say
Yeah.
it was, in my opinion, a really good first episode. Like I was kind of looking forward to continue watching it after the
Yeah.
episode. It got you hooked in.
I don't know. It didn't do its job for me. It didn't hook me right away.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking while watching this whole anime. Like, this first part is like it's really slow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's so much to take in.
I got confused, and I had to look up what stuff meant.
Yes.
Just like some of the like federations or crap, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't understand who's who. But then once I read it, I was like, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned just like to watch through it and they explain it eventually. That I was just like, getting
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying also for me when I'm trying to write down these small notes about each episode. I'm like literally like, what does that even mean? I don't understand. Let's skip that. Ignore that. We don't need to talk about it. But yeah, like there's a lot. It's more like one of those politics animes.
Yeah.
There was one other one. Log Horizon is also
Oh,
like kind of in the
yeah.
same group where it's like a lot of government and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
need to
okay,
understand
like,
it.
But that's
interaction-
like all Gundam animes. They're all really politicky, really.
Yeah, I haven't seen any other ones, but I can see that.
Hmm.
I can see it in front of me. I can imagine
Yeah.
it.
I really wasn't expecting it to be sort of like a boot camp sort of thing. I mean, I have no clue about animes anyway, but I just wasn't expecting it to be like, yeah, all these like military-esque thing. Oh, that's quite good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also gave me the real Attack on Titan vibes. For some reason, for me at least, like dark past, like no parents,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
training to get revenge, cold-hearted. I don't know, like it gave good vibes. Me at least.
Brotherhood.
Yeah, taking over the world. I don't know.
And like, as I said, first episode is more like introduction, so we kind of get to know people and how they're living, kind of thing. The funny thing is, though, that we get to know all of this, but pretty much at the end of the episode, it's like all gone, pretty much. Already, so it doesn't matter anymore. But we get to see like Kudelia, and she is the representative's daughter. I tried to figure out who that was, but they don't really say who it is. At least I missed it.
Yeah, it's important person. We
Yeah,
don't really-
yeah, that's all we really get. Like, he's important.
Was it the representative of Mars or
Could
representative of Earth? I don't. It's
I think it could have been actually of Mars because she wants to
Yeah.
go to Earth to like
Yeah,
create more.
yeah,
like, a
they're
friendly
on Mars
relationship.
right now.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
definitely not Earth.
So yeah, she handpicks Group 3, which is the group of kids.
Mhm.
Just kids everywhere. And that's just because she wants to like get closer to Mars people.
Yeah.
I don't really know what you can call them. Martians.
Martians.
Martians, yeah.
And yeah, we
It's
kind of get to
crazy.
see like their whole work and stuff, what they do,
Mhm.
the mines, like they're doing this dangerous job, like mines and stuff,
Yeah.
fighting in. I called them mechs at first, but then later on I was like, oh wait, that's not mechs, that's mobile workers. So
Yeah.
they never say mech in the anime. They're
No.
Yeah, they-
mobile workers and mobile suits.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we had the fight, and that's kind of what I was interested in hearing, like what you guys thought about the fighting scene.
It was a cool fight.
I can't enjoy mech fights. I don't know. It's just not for me. I can't. I got it.
I was like thinking Jodha I can see like it. Muck I don't know at all because I don't know
Yeah.
what kind of animes he would enjoy.
I was disgusted.
Okay, we know that. Not mechs for Muck.
No, I can't really remember it, but I didn't dislike it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I recognized it because that was the bit from the intro. Ah,
Yeah.
that's that clip. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there like in the fight. I'm like, I don't even remember what we have in the intro, but I know it's from this episode. And then I see that
Yeah.
scene. I'm like, oh, there it is.
Mm.
And yeah, then Panda, I know you don't like mechs at all, so I was kind of interested in seeing what you would think about it.
I really can't enjoy it. I wouldn't say it's necessarily bad. I just not for me. I can't enjoy it. It doesn't get me excited. It like doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
I
Is that
enjoy it more the
because-
plot than the
Is that because like you can't get a good idea of like? One thing I will say is that there's no good sort of sign of like impact. I don't know how to describe it, but
Like
I don't know.
emotions
Damage?
or anything.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
it's just like they get hit and then it's like I don't know. Is that done more damage than that previous hit, or are they
Yeah.
just sort of floating about now, or is that like enough to knock it out? That's sort of what I was thinking.
That's kind of also one thing I've been thinking about before when I watched this one. When they are in the mech, all of a sudden they start bleeding, but the like
Yeah.
inside of the mech is not like damaged at all. So I'm like,
Yeah.
how are they like linked to the mech? And then
No.
just because if the mech takes damage, they also get a little bit of damage on them.
That's only
But-
the one mech, I think.
Yeah. From
So,
my
like-
understanding, they had a surgery and
Yeah, but
to allow
Yeah,
them to connect more with the mech. So
That's that one
Yeah.
kind of mech, but the other kinds are like
the
I didn't get like how
newer kinds.
yeah the Ain guy. I didn't get like how he got hurt. Plus how it affected him, like being better at the gun, like at using the mech later on. Like
yeah.
he's like, no, don't use your wounds. Like you're inside the mech. You're either gonna die or live. It's not like you're gonna get.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't excite me at all. Like I didn't took any interest in the fights. I'm more enjoying the plot than the actual
Say,
fights.
say if the mech were humans, actually, would you have enjoyed it more?
Like giants.
Yeah. Say if they were titans.
Yeah, maybe. I like Attack on Titans. I don't know. Like, that'll be weird as hell, though. I'm not gonna lie. Can't say I'm good. So it's hard to tell. I don't know. I really cannot enjoy the mechs.
Hmm.
I've never really connected. I'm also like I have to say, there were a lot of wonky animations in my opinion. If you notice, like there's out of
Mhm.
parts, so it bothered me a lot. So
Yeah,
like the mechs fights as well, like the animations.
I would say pretty much the same thing. Like, I don't hate it. I can watch it. I can enjoy it. But as you guys are saying, like, there's not really that you don't see how much damage it takes, kind of thing. So you don't see the like emotion, impact, whatever. Really, this is also like one of the more like one of those animes where it's more politics and stuff, and try and build up the community or like company as they are here. And that's kind of what we also see in the like rest of the episodes. There's not a lot of fighting in these episodes.
No.
But there's at least one fight every episode.
Yeah. Some kind of fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 2, it kind of shows when Mika gets into the mech called Barbatos.
Yeah.
If anyone watched an old series, I name one of my Pokemon's Barbatos.
Which one?
Skarmory. Just because it's a flying steel bird thing. So
I was going to ask, is that something from a previous anime then? Because it was sort of like mentioned that it was, I don't know, it seemed like it was really important.
Oh yeah, historical thing. I didn't think about it.
The way I think it is, so as they said, like there was a war before, and in that war there were these Gundam frames,
Mhm.
and the Gundam frames, if they have a name, they are like the better mech or Gundam frames, kind kind of thing.
Yeah.
So since this one just had a name, it means that this one is very important. That's kind of how I took it. But it could also be one, since this is not the only Gundam anime, there's a ton of them. So it could have been from some older anime.
Right,
Are they
okay.
all like connected in some sort, like a list or something like that? Or I
I
don't.
have no clue.
No clue.
There's like there's too many of them to like know.
Like this
But the design of it is like the classic Gundam design.
Yeah.
The main like Gundam that you see everywhere.
Yeah. So it could easily be something like that. Just a small like reference for the like veterans anime or Gundam watchers. But for someone like me, who this is literally the first and only have seen, no, it's just a unique name.
Apparently, it's an 8th demon. He's an Earl and Duke of Hell, ruling 30 legions of demons.
Nice.
I don't know.
There we go.
yeah. He's a demon of hell. That's all you need to know.
Yes.
Like his user. God, I love him.
Feels
So
like
hard.
yeah, feels like a character you would like.
He has no emotion on his face. I love.
That's the thing we kind of noticed. Like at first, it feels like he doesn't have any emotions to anyone. He doesn't care, really.
Mhm.
But as you notice, he says like very specific sentences that means like I mean nothing bad. I'm just saying this is serious, kind of thing.
He
Yeah.
doesn't get emotions. I think, like, not that much at least. Maybe he's learning.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. I don't remember like much that happened later on. It could have been explained later on too. So.
Probably.
But yeah, in the whole fight, apparently Barbatos ran out of fuel and stuff, and that made the whole fight. I didn't really notice anything. Like at first, when they're like, "Oh God, he ran out of fuel," and then you're like, "Is he gonna like stop working? Is he just gonna stand still now?" But no, it's just for the jetpacks, and he can still like move around easily.
Yeah, the thrusters.
Yeah. So like I don't know. It was stupid.
Yeah, you would expect like this, like kind of turning points, like to get you excited, but it doesn't do anything. It's like,
No.
oh,
Doesn't really. And then we have the like Atra. We get to know her. She's some tiny girl who works in a store, and as probably most of you have figured out, she likes Miko.
I don't think so. I don't think.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It's not obvious at all.
No, not at all.
Tiny hints.
And yeah, Cordelia figures out that the whole attack from Gjallarhorn was because of her.
Yeah.
And that's also, we notice later on that they keep attacking, trying to get her, and she gets like sad and stupid, annoying. No.
Sad, stupid, annoying.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, God.
There's always like one of those characters who are like, they don't see, like they're trying to understand other people, but they are just like, oh, but it's all because of me, like it's all my fault, oh my God, oh no, and then they're like, well, shut up, it's not about you.
Yeah. It's like Princess Elizabeth from Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
Hate those kind of characters. Like, hate them.
GG. No re.
Okay. And yeah, the also in the fight, they so group 3. I'm just gonna call them that, just easily explain the whole kids group. They noticed that group 1 and like I think it was called the president of the company. They were like trying to escape, and they did that whole flare thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, so afterwards, Orga got punched as a punishment, just because group 1 figured out it's group 3 who did this, and yeah.
Punch one, he got decimated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rapid in the face.
you got beat the shit out of.
Very squelchy sound effects.
Honestly, veteran move by Ron. Super smart. Very love that.
And then we have Crank, who's going to attack by himself. Crank from the Gjallar Horn.
Yeah.
And Ein is like, no, don't attack. I'm gonna come with you. But I don't really understand. Like, Crank, I feel like he just wanted to go there to die, really. He
Yeah,
didn't
that's
care
what he
about
said.
winning.
Pretty much. He thought it was killing kids.
Yeah.
So that messed him up a lot.
And it's someone who is always like, oh, maybe that person will join the group. That was immediately my thought.
Oh yeah, I thought about it as well. I thought when he came with the red flag, he's like, "Okay, I want to join." I was like, "What?" Then yeah.
And then there's not really. Well, I guess there's a fight in the beginning of that one. I was thinking like, there's not really a fight in that one, but it's a repeat of episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 3 we see Cordelia help with the food because she doesn't know food apparently.
Yeah.
And she chops those veggies real thick.
She
I
chops
like them.
Yeah, I was gonna say she chops it up like she wants it.
Oh god.
Like he wants thick.
Thick.
So thick.
Like any princess in any anime.
Thick like Muckluck.
God.
What?
Would you spell Muckluck with 2 C's in muck and luck?
Yes.
Okay. That's how thick we wanted.
So thick.
Oh god. We got to stop, guys.
Yeah, stop this. I'm not coming back on if you keep saying these things.
Thick.
Episode 3 is when the the politic action starts, where the kids are taking over.
Now this I found interesting.
And war.
This is where it kind of interests me with them taking over.
Yeah,
stuff.
me too.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
that's kind of how I feel with like the good thing they did in the anime though. Like episode 1 is kind of explained, and they kind of give that a big action, which is what most people are there for. They want the action.
Mhm.
But then they kind of like slowly get in there, and episode 3 is like, yeah. I would imagine if it's a bad anime, that's usually episode 2, episode 3 is usually where people like really stop.
Yeah.
If episode 1 is bad, they will be like, maybe episode 2 will get better. But
Yeah.
I would have stopped here
Same.
if I haven't had to watch it.
I demand you to watch this. But yeah, so the kids are taking over, and what the frick? Orga. I was gonna say Garo. I was like, what? No, Garo is not his name. Orga got to kick the dude. And then we also get to see Mika shoot 2 people.
That was
Oh,
brutal.
dude, that was my favorite scene.
The execution was brutal.
Yeah.
That was so clean, dude. I loved the no emotion on his face. Just
That's kind
That's
of what we're getting now. Like, we have gotten it this whole time. Like, Mika he's a like murdering machine. Like,
he's a killer.
yeah, he doesn't have any emotions to anything. If he has to murder someone, he would do it easily.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a like the boy said on the farm. Like he's a soldier. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
he's told what to do and he does it so good.
As I called the boy Blondie. I didn't remember his name and I couldn't find it, so I just wrote down Blondie until I got his name.
Yeah, I couldn't get his name.
But yeah,
From what
yeah.
I was gonna say, from what I remember from other Gundams, I think there's always a character like that who's like the soldier guy.
Okay. Are there
So-
always like from any other Gundam you have watched? Is there always like one of these kind of leader and the soldier kind of guy is the like underling?
Kind of. I'm trying to remember Gundam Wing because Yeah, in the end of that one, the soldier character dies. And yeah,
Spoilers.
well, it's an old anime. It's from 1980 something or 99 or something. I don't know.
Grandpa Jodha back with his anime.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, Muck is older than me, so
Yeah, but
I didn't watch animes.
yeah, I was gonna
He
say
doesn't watch it.
Mug doesn't have any animes from back then.
Back in his day,
I was watching Simpsons.
Yeah,
American anime.
back when it was good.
So yeah, Crank wanted to do the duel, and Mika will fight Crank.
Yeah.
And during that fight, we also get to hear like Cordelia is watching the fight, and she's talking with the ogre.
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 I remember the 4 letters, but I don't remember which order they are. Orga.
It's
Oh,
Shrek.
I'm gonna put
Shrek.
I'm gonna put it down here. Orga. just so
Get off
just
my
so I
show.
have it. So they're kind of talking, and Cordelia is like, "I want to get that surgery just so I can be of any use."
Yeah.
And Orga kind of explains what the whole surgery is. That, like, it's a big risk. You can die from it.
Yeah.
So she changes her mind.
Yes, I want a surgery. Actually, no, I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
How
the
painful is it
surgery.
gonna be?
It's like, I want the surgery. Oh shit, you can die. Nope. So yeah, she decides not to do surgery, and then she's like, "Oh, I have other ways to fight instead." All of a sudden, literally out of nowhere.
So yes, politics to
Yeah.
fight for her.
Yep. And during this whole talk, also, Orga, Organ,
Oh god.
comes up with the name Tekadan, which means iron flower or iron fire, apparently.
Yeah.
So yeah, they are the iron flower now. I don't remember
Yeah.
what the explanation why he picked that name. Was it like it keeps growing and it can't
It doesn't
die?
wilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking if it was something like, but I wasn't like I remember they're not dying, but I wasn't sure if it was growing. They would keep growing.
Mm-hmm.
That was a guess from me. Amika kills Crank.
Yeah.
Any opinion on this fight? Because this one, in my opinion, was worse.
Beautiful. That shot in the head was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like he gets out, that's humiliating. Looks at him. Not even worth like stabbing with his like, Gundam, like not Gundam. Yeah, Gundam.
Yeah.
Mobile
Shoot him
suit.
in the head. Yeah. Just shoot him in the head.
Doesn't even let him finish talking. Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking, like, yeah, it has the ending of the fight has a big impact, but the whole fighting thing was like, I don't know. I don't care much for it.
Yeah.
Look at this whole anime, right?
Wow. I also think, if I remember correctly, that's the last fight on Mars. Like,
Yeah.
guys.
I think so.
Afterwards they go.
So then, Cordelia still wants Tekadan to continue escorting them. Also, that was the thing I was thinking about the whole time. Like, are they still gonna do it? Like, of course I know, but like, she doesn't say anything. They haven't talked about it anymore since they became, or like they became the Group 3 Tekadan thing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of just threw in the trash, and now all of a sudden she brings it up, and yeah.
Like I don't know, the confusing thing for me was like how like all the leaders and the important people left the base and like left on the lowly people there.
Yeah.
I don't know, it confused me. Like you need someone to lead them. They didn't even mention like anybody close to that in there.
Mm-hmm.
They're all little kids that don't know what to do.
Well, they had the accountant guy.
No,
Now's my time.
And also the guy that looks like
Hitler.
the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
Muckluck
say.
said it.
He was with them on the ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
as I see it, is they're gonna be gone for a while, so that means they are just gonna bring the characters we know with them, just so it becomes more like character development. You know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they should have made a character that lead like the people left. I don't know. It felt weird. Like
Yeah.
none of the important people left behind, like to help the place grow that they said they would protect. Like I don't know. It was weird for me.
Yeah.
Like it didn't make sense.
I understand, but I think it's just they did it probably that way just because they want character development and they want to show the
Yeah.
characters they have.
Yeah, that's why I said
Yeah.
they should have made another character.
Well, I'm saying that this is how I think they did it. Just I
And I
understand.
think they did it wrong.
Well, you think everything is wrong. God dang it.
I neither confirm or deny that.
And then episode 4, we had the Get to Earth meeting. A lot of talking again.
This was a skippable episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This
Pretty
was
much.
very skippable. I
Also,
don't
there's
remember
no,
much.
There's no fight here.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, we like earlier we get to see like McGillis and Gallio, or Blondie and blue-haired boy, as I call them. They get to the Gjallarhorn, like their spaceship, and they are like inspectors, I think they were.
Yeah.
But in episode 4, they talk about that they have noticed that a mobile suit hasn't gotten back yet, which is Crank's mobile suit. So they are kind of suspecting things, but yeah, they don't know anything because no one is telling them anything.
Yeah.
And this is like, I guess more for me. I don't know how much you guys care about it, but Orga gave the ownership of the human debris to Akihiro.
Oh yeah.
So far when we have seen Akihiro, he has been that dude.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like he feels like one of those people who wouldn't be loyal to an owner if there's a new owner that comes up.
I mean, he said it'll just like do what the contract says.
Yeah.
So I don't know that.
Well, I mean, if there's a new owner of the company that came in, he would literally just go to that person. He wouldn't care about the other one. It would be like,
Oh yeah.
you got kicked out, that's your fault, kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Whoever it was, really, he is just there for work because he is a human debris.
Yeah.
AKA slave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say that too.
Like little slaves.
Yeah. And that's a big thing in this anime. There's a lot of human debris or human slaves. And I didn't actually remember that there were so many of them in that kid group from when I was watching. But apparently everyone who has a red stripe on their jacket is a human debris.
Yeah.
From what I picked up, at least.
And guy is the king.
What?
I didn't hear anything what you said.
Yeah.
Or guy is there Martin Luther King.
Oh.
Martin. Sure.
He'll release them.
So yeah, Orga gave the ownership to Akihiro, so Akihiro is the one who's kind of like deciding whatever the human debris wants to do. They can do it, pretty much. They're free now.
Yeah.
And then Mika, Kudelia, and Biscuit.
Biscuit.
Don't
Biscuit.
laugh at his name.
Like I saw.
Old
Name.
fat biscuit.
Fat Biscuit.
He's the fat, funny character, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Biscuit.
Yeah.
I saw in the comments that him and his sister are the daughters of the gingerbread man. I laughed pretty hard. I don't
I
know.
didn't even know that. I was thinking about it when grandmother's name is Sakura. And it's like, that's nothing with cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Biscuit has twin sisters, Cookie and Cracker.
Yeah.
What other names could there be?
Biscuit, cookie, cracker, chip.
Hobnob.
Hobnob?
What?
What?
Hobnob biscuit.
Never heard of a hobnob.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Okay, never mind.
It's probably just something from UK.
One of Muck's old man biscuits.
Oh, I love a hobnob.
Oh god, that's so dirty when you say it.
No.
Give me that hobnob.
No,
Oh,
We'll talk later.
Mock is not allowed on this anime for us anymore. So yeah, they are working at the farm, just picking corn, having fun. And then we get to see McGillis and Galileo. Because they almost hit Cooking Cracker. So they kind of get to talk, and that's when we they almost got caught, kind of thing. Like I don't really know.
They almost got hit by a car.
No, but they almost got caught. Like Mika and Biscuit. Like you noticed the Biscuit at least noticed it immediately. Mika didn't really notice it as quickly, I don't think.
Oh yeah, they're from
Like Gjallarhorn.
Ghana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Biscuit was really nervous around there. I was also thinking about it, like they're kind of lucky that none of the sisters didn't say anything, because it feels like one of those moments where the sisters would like point out anything about like Tekadon.
It's like, oh, you're from that group, nice.
Oh, you're from Gjallarhorn? My brother's in Tekadon! It really felt like one of those moments, but I didn't have it. I was like, okay, never mind then. And yeah, last episode, that's when we get to know Orcus will escort Tekadon to Earth. But we also have noticed probably during these past few episodes that Hitler guy, as we need to call him.
Oh
God!
What is his name?
I don't know. How can we Google
Tito.
it?
It's like Todo or something, isn't it?
Yeah, Todo.
To do.
To do.
Adolf.
He. Yeah, he has something planned in the background with Orcus.
Yeah, he plotting.
Yeah.
He's just a Torcus, nice.
Torcus.
Good job.
Oh no, it's him.
God.
Exposed.
So yeah, they go to Earth, and that's when they get attacked by Orcus or Gjallarhorn, who was in contact with Orcus, and Orcus is just sitting there, and we have this space fight now.
Yeah.
So, do you guys think anything different of the space fight compared to like the land fight? What should you call it? Mars fight.
Yeah, guns are apparently useless.
That's what I was thinking actually when they did the asteroid like swing around, and then they came back. They like started shooting them. It's like I don't really see anything. Just shooting.
I thought they were going to just collide straight on with it. I thought, well, that's not a great idea. Kamikaze back into the spaceship.
The only one who survives is that one dude who went to the asteroid. He's like, I'm the new Tekadon.
Oh god.
So that didn't work.
Overall awkward, not gonna lie.
Yeah, but we also get now to see that Akihiro is also gonna be a mobile suit fighter. Like, so now they have two.
They have three, don't they?
No,
Two.
they have two.
Yeah, they had the one that they killed, like the three that came at first, then one at the boy got.
Yeah, but they have two active mobile suits.
Oh.
Yeah. Two active.
Yeah, gotcha.
Like, spoilers, but later on they're gonna get more.
Obviously.
They're gonna get 10.
No, they're gonna just survive on Mika. Mika carried the team.
This show is not called Tekadon, it's called Gundam, okay? You can't fool us, Nayxerr.
Gundam, Iron-Blooded Mikas. And then, they got away. Easy as that. Happy ending.
They're going to Earth.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about it that when I started anime, I was like, I don't know what happens in episode 5. I really hope we have a perfect ending for like these 5 episodes to watch. I feel like it was a pretty good ending. Like it ends with a fight.
Yeah.
And a good laugh at the end where we see To Do in the like chest thing, whatever box.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's
Here's your problem. You deal with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised they actually wrote it in English too.
yeah, like it's confusing.
Yeah.
Like on the one hand, that guy can't read Mizu can't read like what the Gundam says in English,
Yeah.
but then they write like a full sentence in English. Like,
Well, I think it's well, there are quite a few, but I know Mika is like one of the few elder ones who can't read or write.
oh, I don't know.
I know like the other ones can.
When they explain it, it's weird.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
awkward. When they don't explain it, I mean.
Who wrote this at the bottom? The anime sucks. Wow.
I wonder who
Who
wrote
do you
it.
think wrote it?
I wonder who wrote it.
Then outro.
Yo, fire.
I like the outro.
I really like the outro.
It
I
did
like
its
the
job.
song.
I want to skip it immediately.
Yeah. Nayxerr doesn't like rock or any sorts of.
It's just I don't want that.
It was like I was in a smooth, like, lounge bar place, and it's just, yeah.
I don't know. Girl singing rock for me.
It's skippable, but it did its job.
I didn't skip it, honestly. The whole 5 episodes.
I
Best
had
part
to
of
skip
that.
it.
Best part of the anime.
I was literally sitting through it for episode 1. I was like, or episode 1, it was episode 2. I was like, can I just skip it already? I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, if it doesn't have Wob Wob, you probably won't like it.
Yeah, give me Wob Wob. God dang it.
There's like 20% you'll like it if it doesn't have Wob.
Or give me Raise Your Flag.
Oh God.
Twice the amount of Raise Your Flag is like, oof. Mwah. Perfect.
Disgusting.
Do you guys have anything else to talk about that I missed?
I don't think so.
Well, about the anime as a whole.
Yeah.
Like, did I miss anything that you felt like, oh, this is something I wanted to talk about?
I guess the main problem I have with it is that there's all this like emphasis put on how important, what's her name again, Kudelia is,
Yeah.
and how it's like she's the escort on it. So, but it's basically all about her. These first 3 episodes we've watched, and about escorting her. And really, she was just annoying. Like, I didn't really know anything about her, and she keeps having these moments where she's like, "I'm weak. I feel so weak. Blah blah blah. I just want to connect." But you don't like. There's nothing really to latch onto with her. There's just nothing's really explained. Like all this stuff that she's done in the past, it's just said about, and just I don't know. I didn't like her, and I think it sort of ruined the. Like, I don't really care what happens because it's just I don't care about her.
Yeah, I can understand. Like when we start episode 1, we like immediately get thrown into the anime. Like, we just get thrown in there. But the guys we kind of get to know in a good way because they show like how they live and what they do and stuff like that. But Cordelia is like, I want to go to Earth. I want these people to escort me. Let's go.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I don't know. I don't like her as a character, but I think she makes like them look better. Like she's like that spoiled rich girl that wants to do whatever she can to help, but literally she can't help them in any way, like shape or form. So.
But what about the vegetables?
True. she got
Like
mean
vegetables.
Now it feels like they're eating something.
Well, then I guess we can do the whole rating and explain or say what we think about the anime as a whole.
Yeah.
And since our guest is here, I demand him to go first.
Oh no, how do you rate it? What, do you do it out of 10 or something?
Out of
What the hell do you
5.
do?
Out of 5.
So you kind
Out
of
of
explain
5.
like what do you think about the anime as a whole, like the whole thing that we watched so far, and then you rate it out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I personally, I think having watched the 5 episodes, I would carry on watching a bit more, because I quite liked in episode 5. I quite liked the space stuff. I know that you guys were saying it was a bit, I don't know, like the shooting didn't do anything and all that sort of crap. But I don't know, I like that a bit more, like just the sort of space setting. I don't know if it's going to keep going like that, but I don't know. I thought it was okay. I thought Mika was a bit of like a he's too good sort of thing, like he can do everything, and it got a bit boring. Like, oh no, Mika saved it again, all this sort of crap. But yeah, as long as they made Kudelia more interesting, I think it has potential for me to like it. Out of 5, I don't know. I'd probably give it, at the moment, something like 3.5. Do you do points? I just did a point.
Yeah.
Okay, 3.5.
I have done once 4.76.
Wait, what? That happened?
Yep, it happened.
Oh God.
Anyone else who wants to go next, or should I?
You can go.
Yeah, I have watched the whole thing. This beginning part is a little bit slow. The fights, as we have said already, is like they don't really have that impact, but I'm still enjoying them. I can still watch it. I don't know. I like the different kinds of characters they have too. Like Mika is the savage one. Ogra is. Orga. I deleted it, so I don't have it anymore. Orga is like the boss one who everyone trusts. And then they have that elder dude mechanic guy who's like, he's always there for them. And you notice they are really close to each other and all that. But they still like do their job. And some of them understand that, okay, we have to do this even if they die. Like, we just have to do it. And I don't know, I enjoy it. And yeah, but I wouldn't say it's up at the top for me. Like, I would probably go with the same as Muck. It's a 3.5 for me. I enjoy it, but it's not one of my favorites. Easy as that.
Yeah. I guess I could go. Yeah, if I didn't have to watch the 5 episodes, I would have stopped at episode 2. This anime did not, like, fully capture me. Like, I was interested in episode 3 with the execution and stuff, but I don't know. Something is not hooking me on to this anime. So I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5.
Yeah. So I'm going
And
down.
the mecha lover himself.
Yeah. This made my opinion more stronger that I really cannot stand watching them. It's not the worst kind of mechas because it doesn't have that 3D. I really cannot watch the 3D, so that's the worst for me. But it's like not interesting at all for me. Like, I wouldn't have even started watching it, honestly. Like, not interested in the genre, not in like space, as I said in Jojo's. Really not that appealing to me. And yeah, this is a half a point.
Half a point.
Damn.
I'm not going to give it 0 just because of Mika. That's like the only.
Wow.
So yeah, I guess that's Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. And as we do, we say the next anime we're gonna watch, but this time we're doing a little bit different. I'm gonna do this every time we have a guest. I'm gonna let the guest pick the anime for us. We have a list of animes, and I just sent the whole list to Muck, and he got to pick one. He didn't tell us which one it is. So Jodha, Nayxerr, and I.
Jodha,
Him, Muck, and I. What?
what?
Jodha, Panda, and I don't know at all what Muck picked. All we know, I don't know if Jodha even was here when he said it, but all I know is that Muck said that he picked it just because of the name.
Oh,
that's all I know. So, what anime do you want us to watch, Muck?
Well, I would say, first of all, thank you for inviting me on your podcast. It was nice to be forced to watch an anime for the first time in many, many years.
Wait, are you gonna
Um,
become a whip now?
I've already started.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yes.
didn't you hear him in the beginning where he
My-
spoke Japanese?
My body pillow is on its way. But I gotta say, the whole thing was a very bizarre adventure. So I'm picking Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Mainly because it has the word Joe in it.
I can't wait.
Oh, this is one I started to
Oh.
watch. I tried to watch it, I couldn't. So this is gonna be interesting.
Haha.
Oh, well, I guess JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is the next one we're gonna watch then.
Stay tuned for our bizarre adventure.
Without Muck Joe.
Yeah, no Joe in that episode, sorry.
Well, thank you for joining us, Muckluck.
Thank you very much.
I hope you will join another episode in the future, in like 3 years.
When you
Yeah.
watch Digimon or Pokemon?
Okay, we're never gonna watch that. Remove it from the list.
Whoa.
Well, Card Captors. I'll watch Card Captors with you again.
Oh. Well, anyways, hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.